Testing. Testing.
I am ugly, so damn free. Can't knock the world up in the sea. Big imagination, big as money. Ego, selfishness, and pride.
My name is Jeff Betger. I am an urban missionary in Seattle, Washington. I have been called to teach and lead artists towards Christ and godly living. I toured around the country. I always had these things happen that felt like I was misunderstood. We would play at churches and get prayed over, and they'd try to cast demons out of us, and we were on the same team. And then we would go play clubs with bands that weren't Christians, and they'd say, "What are you guys doing here? You're Christians, you're on tooth and nail, you shouldn't be playing with us punk rockers." We were always too Christian for the non-Christians and not Christian enough for the Christians. We were never really being discipled. I started noticing this parallel within artists around our church, and I started having a heart for them. Then I started having a heart for the creatives in this whole entire city that have it all wrong and don't know the love of Jesus Christ.
I hated God. I was at the very height of my drinking before I got sober. I just remember I was laying in my apartment, face down like a starfish with bottles everywhere. And that image always comes to mind because that was the best that I could do by myself. Selling my pieces and the temporary satisfaction that comes from that.
Often artists and musicians without Christ see their art as an end in itself. And so we're here to show them that there's a God and He loves you and He's designed your art for your greater joy through His glory.
To realize what creationism really is, that He is the artist and that every single piece of my life is interacting with Him and His art.
This is really about discipleship. This is really about proclaiming the gospel and teaching and leading people, and artists specifically, because they're a culture that's often misunderstood.